Okay, so today we're going to learn these three new words: arsenal, sabotage, and retreat. Okay, we've already gone over what's on the poster. Okay, we have the student-friendly definition and the critical attributes as we see here. Okay, so right now I'm going to give you two examples for each word. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. If Bill kept a large amount of weapons in a closet in his basement, then Bill has an arsenal in his basement. Bill has an arsenal because he has a large amount of weapons which are stored in his basement. So, Bill has an arsenal in his basement. Okay? Correct. All right, but you don't have to show me those right now. All right? I'm going to ask you yes or no after all these. Okay? Okay. If the military keeps all their weapons in a large warehouse on the military base, then the military has its own arsenal. This is true because the military has its own arsenal because they are storing all of their weapons in a large warehouse on the military base. So the military has its own arsenal.
Yeah.
Right. Good. All right, so now we're going to move on to sabotage. I'm going to give you two examples for sabotage. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Sabotage. If a race car driver tried to damage his opponent's car before the race, then the race car driver tried to sabotage his opponent's car. The race car driver tried to sabotage the opponent's car. Why? Because he intentionally tried to damage his opponent's car. And the car is an object. So the race car driver tried to sabotage his opponent's car.
Yep.
Okay. If the pilot had to crash the plane to get rid of the evidence, then the pilot had to sabotage the plane. This is true because the pilot had to get rid of the evidence, so he intentionally crashed the plane, which means he is destroying an object, the plane. So the pilot had to sabotage the plane. Good?
I don't think that'll work because
Why?
if you're going to destroy a plane, you could just, have it face down the ground, aiming down the ground. You could just jump out of the plane with a parachute or something.
Okay, but he crash landed the plane, correct?
Yeah.
And did he sabotage the plane?
No.
Why not?
Because you don't need sabotage to do that.
But he's intentionally destroying.
Then yeah.
Then yeah. Okay?
I just thought sabotage means mess with gears and all that.
Right. No, but for sabotage, okay, it's intentionally destroying an object. So the pilot intentionally destroyed the plane. Right? Okay. Good. Retreat. If Jill thought it was too dangerous to walk down the dark alley and she moved away from it, then Jill chose to retreat. Jill had to retreat because the alley looked dark and dangerous to her, so she moved away from it. So Jill is retreating.
Yeah.
Good. If the battle was about to be lost by the troops and the troops had to move away from the fighting, then the troops had to retreat from the battle. The troops had to retreat because they were about to lose the battle, and this is a dangerous situation. So they moved from the fighting, so the troops had to retreat from the battle.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, so now next we're going to do some examples and some non-examples. Now at the end of each example, okay, I'm going to give you a question, yes or no, and then you are going to hold up the yes card for yes and the no card for no. Okay? All right, so please take out your yes or no cards. Hold up yes to me when I say yes or no at the end of the sentence. Okay, so here we go. The spies found a large amount of military supplies hidden in the attic, so the spies found an arsenal. Yes or no? Good. This is true because the spies found a large amount of military supplies which were stored in the attic. Correct?
Correct.
Good. Okay. Next. Sabotage. The men had to destroy the recording so they wouldn't get in trouble. So the men had to sabotage the recording. Yes or no? Very good. Yes, because the men intentionally destroyed an object, which was the recording. Very good. Okay. The boxer kept fighting and beat his opponent easily. then the boxer had to retreat from his opponent. Yes or no? That's not true, okay? Because the boxer stayed and kept fighting, all right? So we're gonna redo that one,
Right.
all right? The boxer kept fighting and he beat his opponent easily. Then the boxer had to retreat from his opponent. Yes or no? Good. Okay. The situation in the cafeteria looked violent, so the students went back to the auditorium. So the students had to retreat because the cafeteria was too dangerous. Yes or no? Yes. And this is because the cafeteria is a place and it looked dangerous, and the students moved away from it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay. Chris's dad had only 2 hunting rifles in a locked closet. So Chris's dad keeps an arsenal of hunting rifles. Yes or no? No, because Chris's dad is only storing 2 hunting rifles. Great. Okay. If the mission was to damage and destroy all the power lines so there would be no power in the village, then the mission was to sabotage the power. Yes or no? Yes, because the mission was to intentionally damage or destroy the power lines of the village. Okay, good. Okay. If Greg came over Nick's house to fix his car, then Greg came over to sabotage Nick's car. Yes or no? Good. No, because Greg is going to Nick's house to intentionally fix his car. Okay. The soldiers took over a building where all the enemy's military equipment was kept. So the soldiers took over the enemy arsenal. Yes or no? Yes, very good. Because the soldiers took over the building where the entire enemy's military equipment was stored. Beautiful. All right, very good. Let's keep going. Let's do a couple more. Spider-Man sensed people were in danger in the park, so he went into the park to save them. So Spider-Man went to the park to retreat. Yes or no? Good, no. Because Spider-Man went into the park to save the people from danger.
Right.
Good. Let's do... Okay. The soldiers were told not to destroy anything in the village during the mission. So this was a sabotage mission. Yes or no? Good. No. Because the soldiers are not supposed to destroy anything during the mission.
That's right.
That's right. And what are you supposed to do when you sabotage?
Destroy.
Destroy intentionally. Good. Okay? Let's keep on going. There's a couple more, okay? Okay. The military didn't have enough room for all of the weapons, so they built another large warehouse to keep them. So the military built an arsenal. Yes or no?
So can you repeat that one? Sorry.
Absolutely. It's loud outside. The military didn't have enough room for all the weapons, so they built another large warehouse to keep them. So the military built an arsenal. Yes or no? Yes. Good. And it's yes because the military is building a large warehouse to store all of its weapons.
That's right.
And what do we know about the military? How many weapons do they have?
Many.
Many. Very good. Okay. How about this one? Ken was jealous of William's science fair project and tried to ruin it. So Ken was trying to sabotage William's project. Yes or no? Yes, because Ken intentionally tried to damage or destroy William's project.
That's right.
That's right. Okay. Okay. If weapons were lying all over the ground after the fight, then this is an arsenal. Yes or no? Good, no. And it's because the weapons aren't being stored. It's after the fight, so they're just on the floor. So is that an arsenal?
No,
What do we know about an arsenal?
it's where weapons are stored neatly.
Right. Good. Very good. All right. We got a few more. Okay. The army commander realized he couldn't win and took his troops out of battle and back to the base. So the commander decided to retreat. Yes or no? Yes, very good. And it's yes because the commander realized he couldn't win the battle, which is a dangerous situation.
That's right.
So he moved his troops away from the battle. Good. Okay. Alright. And then we have a couple more. Okay. The pilot of the plane had to emergency land to prevent any damage to the plane. So the pilot had to sabotage the plane. Yes or no? No. Good. Because the pilot isn't intentionally damaging or destroying the plane.
That's right.
Okay. I think we only have two more left. And we are done. Okay. The fight was getting out of control, so Nick decided before he gets hurt to go home. So Nick chose to retreat. Yes or no? Yes, because the fight appeared to be dangerous and Nick moved away from the danger.
Yep.
Good. Okay. Now, Samuel kept a large amount of crayons in a shoebox under his bed. Then Samuel has an arsenal. Yes or no? No, because Samuel is storing a large amount of crayons and not weapons. And what does the poster say?
An arsenal is a large amount of weapons or military equipment.
Right, and it can't be crayons, right?
No.
No.
Where you get the enemy? Color them to death?
But can you have an arsenal of crayons? If it was in a different context?
Probably.
Probably. Okay. And the police officer went after and caught the burglar and brought him back to the police station. So the police officer had to retreat to catch the burglar. No. Good. Because the police officer went after the burglar and went back to the police station after he caught him.
That's right.
That's right. Okay. So now, we've done all of that, and what I'm going to give you next is